boys and girls, children of all ages, non-binaries, and transgenders, because we don't discriminate. This is the Ultra Heels Wrestling Podcast, live from Bravery Studios,
Bravery up.
Clifton, New Jersey.
Bravery up.
I am Darth Messiah, the Dark Side Savior, always and forever, on his worst behavior. Mr. DM, find me in your mama's DMs. Why? Because I'm trying to give your mama a baby. Nobody can stop me. And the OG, triple OG of the Ultra Heels.
Yeah, y'all niggas already know what it is. It's Alex the motherfucking Hill, a.k.a. the Stanley of podcasting, a.k.a. the leader of the fucking Investment Man group, because the remote don't mean shit in this era, and a.k.a. the man to be a bitch in a crippled crossface and leave her run to a crossface.
And the man that doesn't always push buttons, but when he does, he pushes all the buttons, Mr. Gnarly Marv.
What up? Welcome back, Bravery Up. Good guy, Gnarly Marv.
And before we go too far, I purchased a little something.
Oh, shit.
Bravery Studios merch available. Go pick it up.
I should have figured with the match you did. You make me proud.
I need to be one of those. I need to be one of those in Black Lives Matter, all black with the same race.
Oh, we got him.
And while I'm at it, another shameless plug. Go support the homie Smooth on Instagram, Smooth_. Fresh affiliated merch available also. So now that I've completely changed clothes and two shameless plugs.
Transformation Tuesday. Yeah. Friday.
One of these days. That man went from Darth the WWE employee worker to Darth the man that worked at Bad Boy Studios. Looking for Darth? You should be back there by Puppy's office. I knew it.
We got the commission in the building. So what up, everybody? It's Commissioner Coven, a.k.a. the WWE Encyclopedia, a.k.a. the franchise, a.k.a. the MVP of the Ultra Heels podcast.
What's up, Kelvin?
Kelvin, these big words, bro. You got me tongue twisted. But I love you, man.
Word.
That's my boy.
He had to fuck up for a moment, too. I was like, damn.
I was thinking Encyclopedia. Yo, actually, Cyclops is in that word.
Cyclo. Yeah.
No. Yeah, you're right.
Cyclo.
No, Cyclope. Anyway, wrestling,
Encyclopedia.
Right?
How you living, Gnarly Marv?
I'm living Mondo Righteous, bro. It's been a good week. Good week in podcasting. Good week in the studio. I'm trying to remember. I feel like I ate something cool this week that I want to talk about, but I can't. It's not coming to me right now.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, man, can't complain, bro. Life's good. Oh, I got a haircut.
I see.
Everyone's been like, "Hey, you look like a Spanish guy now." I was like, "Yeah, I'm the Spanish guy."
Yeah, yo, I saw the little beard and mustache combo when you had Mr. Mighty Pete over there knocked out on the chair.
Oh man,
Mighty Pete came over here uninvited yesterday with a 6-pack, drank the whole 6-pack in 1 hour, threw a grape juice across the studio, almost hit Malcolm in the head with it, and then passed out drunk on the couch.
Wow, what a life!
Pete lives a good life. There's no consequences.
Hey,
I don't understand.
Hey man, I remember them years. That's about like what? This is 16 with my girl, so about 15 years ago.
Wow.
Yeah, and Pete's doing it in his 30s, so I mean,
nice. So he gets a little dream at 30. I'm at 34. Just hoping I don't wake up in the morning.
If you see the customers in my job, it doesn't stop.
Oh yeah, you're probably right.
Yeah. Those people that wait at 6:30 in the morning in the parking lot for us to open the doors.
Yeah, that's Pete. Nas
6:30,
got a song called
sir.
Second Childhood. That's where Pete's at.
First of all, 6:30. At my Home Depot, we opened up at 6. Dudes be outside that motherfucker at 5:15.
Wow.
Yeah, there's nothing in Home Depot I want to buy at 5 o'clock in the fucking morning unless I'm making bank doing a job at somebody's house. I'm not about to be outside of Home Depot that early.
Kelvin said, I got one more thing. The founder of the Ultra Heels version of the Hurt Business.
Hey, you know what? That do work. The Ultra Hurt Business.
Facts.
I like that.
I had to go get on my laptop after the show. I had to start crafting up some shit now again.
Yeah, I'm with the shits.
Oh man. Hey, so let me tell y'all something before we get started into wrestling.
Okay.
So apparently, my job has been doing so good as a physical year that they gave me a fucking $1 raise already.
Wow.
Now they make almost $14. I'm technically the highest paid person on my team next to my supervisor that makes, I think, 17. So I'm damn near catching up to his ass. He's been there fucking 22 years. I've been there almost 5.
Wow.
Alex is in that stage of his career where he can officially smack people at work.
Man, I wish I could slap people at work.
I was at $11 in New Jersey.
Yo, if I could slap people at work, my hand would be sore. If that was a thing, my hand would be sore.
Yo.
Look, you had to cut mine off because people at Home Depot, I want to slap. I might break this bitch. You might just go ahead and amputate both of them.
I used to have dreams of beating up customers at work.
No, my dream is to throw somebody through the window. That's my dream.
You got some big windows.
I know.
In your joint.
Yeah.
That's your dream. Throw somebody through the window. My dream is not throw somebody through the window. My dream at Home Depot is to hit somebody with a full real clothesline.
Yeah, like have them do the backflip, like oversell it.
Yeah.
To be honest, as hard as I want to hit people, and I'm not gonna hit them with the forearm. I'm hitting them with the cuff right in the elbow. So when I bend it, they get that full power of it. I can probably flip somebody, not even know selling. I probably just flip somebody the way I feel.
Ooh.
I almost did it today.
They wake up and not know where they're at.
Yeah.
I was in the hardware section. Now I'm in the bathroom.
I was in hardware. Now I'm electrical. I don't know what the fuck happened. Yeah, you understand later.
All righty.
Let's talk about wrestling.
All right. Pat McAfee, radio host, podcast, spell player. Pat McAfee cut perhaps the best promo of the year. This man...
It's so sad.
This man performed the eulogy for Undisputed Era. He was going to raise their flag into the rafters, retire them, give them a nice send-off, and then he said, fuck it, put it in a trash can and set it on fire.
I want to know how much leeway they're giving him to say on TV, on television. Because if his shit don't sound like it's written by Triple H and none of them people.
That's the best part of it. We don't know. I would say he's getting bullet points here. Go deliver it.
Also, basically, he's getting a CM Punk, AJ Lee, and like Rock and Stone Cold kind of thing. Look, we just want you to go out there and make me money.
Yes.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Makes perfect sense. I'm okay with this. Even though I still don't like him as a human being.
Exactly. I don't like him, but I love him as a wrestling character now.
You know what's funny? Because I'm not looking at my phone for the podcast. I have it playing on my TV, and I just realized at 100 subs, I will take off my shirt, and I am down with this option.
You didn't know
I am
Martin
so
put that
down.
on there?
I'm about to start sending. Look, I'm about to start sending this out. Look, I'm about to start sending this out to most of the wrestling things I follow on Facebook, just so I can do it.
Yeah, it's been up there for a couple months. Actually, I want to say like this whole year.
Bro, you know what the sad thing is? I know I've seen Alex pop up on the screen. Then I turn my head away, or I bring up new stuff from my phone, and I don't look at it no more after that. But now looking at my TV and it scrolls by slowly, I was like, Alex, Alex, take off his shirt. I am with this.
Yo,
who knows I'm down for this.
Shout out to Killer Kawabo in the Exes Lounge. He said LMAO.
What's up? What's up, Killer?
I'm about to say shit. He was just here a second ago. He just left to go get some food before he go to work.
He heard shirt off. He's like, I gotta check this out.
Yeah, shit. Matter of fact, I'm about to go. My wife come home, but like y'all ladies can go ahead, both subscribe. We need some more subscribers. Go to your job, find some wrestling fans, let them all subscribe. Go ahead and show off this physique, this heavyweight championship physique now that I got.
Mm-hmm.
I'm no longer in the regular tag team division. I moved up into the heavyweight league now.
Nice.
At 247. Look, at 247, I'm in the UFC heavyweight division class now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see.
Doing good, killer. We chilling.
So, Pat, what were you saying about Pat McAfee?
I don't like him as a person, but he's the best thing on TV right now. That's fucking making probably the best thing ever at this point.
And that's the crazy thing. When he first showed up and he was doing the thing with Adam Cole, I'm like, this is so stupid. Like, why are they bringing in, a radio personality who happens to be an athlete? Why are they bringing him in for a feud and then actually have a match, have a singles match? It's not even like they, tried to hide him in a tag team match. They put him in a singles match.
Weird. Now you think about it, that's really weird because mostly every time they bring a celebrity or radio host or something, they're not in a match. They're in a segment.
Yeah.
They're in a little go-away gag, or they're in a match. They're in a match with some A-list wrestlers, and they probably get off like 3 to 4 moves or the pin. But for McAfee to come in there, talk his shit, start beef with Undisputed Era, then get a one-on-one with Adam Cole, and put on damn near a 5-star match for his first match.
Yep.
It's like, that's something like, I'll tell you, this was the Attitude Era, and Vince would have had him show up and did this shit, he'd have been probably heavyweight champion already, just for the fuck of it.
And the fact that the team that he's put together with Oni Lorcan and Danny Burch and now Pete Dunne, that's a really nice setup.
It's actually a great set. No offense. I'm kind of happy that old boy got hurt.
Oh, Ridge Holland?
I'm happy he kind of got hurt because he didn't get hurt. I felt like this War Games wouldn't have been as good as it is.
Because that's the thing. Because originally Ridge Holland was supposed to be the one feuding with Undisputed Era and specifically Adam Cole, but then he broke both his knees that one night, and they just bring Pat McAfee back the next week, and this shit is fire.
Now this is what I want to see. If Pat McAfee is going to be used on NXT television for the ongoing off and on, like how they do Edge and Brock Lesnar and them, and he comes back fully healed, can he be their mouthpiece like how Paul Heyman is to Roman Reigns?
I wouldn't be mad at that. The way things are going now, I'm totally cool with that.
Yeah, because I don't see 1-2 punch. I don't see him, and I don't see I don't see none of them really in that group talking. I feel like they all are doing their right thing right now. It's just they're like AOP. You don't need to talk. They actually show what they can do. They don't need to say nothing. They just need a mouthpiece for them to just thrive. And I feel like he would be it.
He's the MVP of Hurt Business.
Literally, he is. Trying to be honest, if he ever did come to the main roster as a guest and he started a feud with somebody, just like a word-on-word battle, I would love to see him just talk shit to Paul Heyman.
You know what?
Because I feel like Vince would just give him 2 key points and just look at Paul and be like, "Go out there and just do what you do," and just had them 2 go at it. I feel like that would be like watching John Cena and The Rock for that whole entire year before they had that match.
And I feel like since he's like so on fire right now, Paul might even let him like quote unquote win the promo. Just like I'll give you one.
Why wouldn't he? Why wouldn't he? Like, I see Paul Heyman destroying him like 2 weeks after they have their first one, and Pat McAfee destroys him the first time. And then Paul Heyman goes back to his ECW Paul Heyman days and just destroy him twice. And then I feel like that should just lead into, I don't know, I can have Roman Reigns fight you and beat you. And just let Roman Reigns beat him. It won't make no mind because it ain't like he win or lose, he's going to be not consistent. It's just the fact that if he already got in the ring with one guy that's already a great wrestler, now get on the main roster and do the same exact thing you did with somebody else on a little bit bigger stage. I feel like he will bring in money.
Yeah, because even if he got into a main roster match with whoever, Roman Reigns, Randy Orton, whatever, he loses that match, it means nothing to him because he's not a full-time wrestler. He's just a high rated name.
basically. And then what that does with WWE and his podcast, that gives him more publicity to listen to his podcast. Because now wrestling people are going to want to know if he's ever going to come back, if he's going to say something on his radio show about him losing, saying this is fixed, or is he going to come back again down the road and call somebody a match they need to cost, and then they're going to have him come back again for another match. Because to really be honest, I feel like if he wanted to get off radio and he wanted to be in WWE, he would make it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
He got the moves, he got the look, and he got the mic skills. Hell, it takes motherfuckers years to learn that shit in WWE. This motherfucker don't learn. He ain't never worked in WWE, and he got all that shit packed down off the grip. He basically the package that Vince McMahon would want. If he was just more bulky, Vince would probably be like, "Hey man, I want to talk to you. You want to do a Brock Lesnar deal and show up 8 times out of the year?"
Mm-hmm. What's the Buddy Murphy, his original partner in NXT? What's his name? I always forget.
Fuck, you made me fucking try to think about that damn name.
Oh, Blake.
It was
Blake.
Yeah, it was Blake. What?
It was
Blake and Murphy. That's what they just went by the tag.
How long has Blake been in NXT and he barely gets any TV time? And Pat McAfee's a star off of like 8 appearances?
Basically. And you know, sad thing is, the only reason why he don't get no star shine is because when the group that he's in was on TV on SmackDown, they was on fire. Because they was on fire to win the SmackDown tag team titles from what I was hearing before. They was on the rise. But as soon as what's his name? The one that basically do all the talking for them. That used to work at Impact Wrestling. The fuck is his name again?
Shit.
Oh, crap.
I know
whoever his name is.
Yeah.
Whoever his name is, he fucked up and got online and started saying some shit and started supporting Trump.
Yes.
And that basically got them blacklisted from being on TV. So instead of them be like, "Oh, we're gonna let you stay home for a while," and basically keep you off TV for a while, they took the whole team off.
Yep. Which is kind of stupid.
And it wasn't part of the draft, but they're still part of SmackDown.
Steve Cutler and Jason Riker. It was Jason Riker you're talking about.
There you go. Yeah, that's the thing that confused the hell out of me. So you got rid of a whole team that you called up, basically like Sandy again.
Yep.
You're not using them.
Yep.
They're sitting home getting probably paid, not paid, and they're still drafted to SmackDown, but not drafted to any show. So what is the purpose?
Mm-hmm.
You might as well send them niggas back down to NXT like you did fucking
Finn Balor.
What the fuck is that? Not Angel Garza. No, Finn Balor, fucking Amber Moon. You might as well just send them back.
Yep.
It makes no sense. You wasting money now.
Yeah. Speaking of Ember Moon, she had a match this week. She lost to Dakota Kai.
I didn't expect her to come back and win the hell out of matches. I expected her to come back and go back to doing what she was doing in NXT, winning and losing.
Yeah, well, Raquel Gonzalez got involved, so it wasn't a clean win for Dakota Kai. Kushida, they're pushing Kushida hard. He's getting really good TV matches every week now. Win or lose, he's getting really good matches.
Bro, they want Kushida to literally to be the new Asuka because Asuka's not there no more.
Mm-hmm.
And at this point right now, she damn near at it. Shit, like how long has she been had that NXT title now?
Well, no, because she like lost it to Sasha and then won it back. So it wasn't like consecutive, but I saw some graphic. It's like 900 and something total days. Because she just passed Bayley for most total days. But she's still
at this point right now. Sure.
But she's still 8,000 days behind Fat Moolah.
First of all, ain't nobody gonna be up there on Moolah level because Moolah was cheating.
Because Moolah was champion for like 10,000 days. It's insane. I wish I had saved the graphic.
How many years is that? 10,000 days. That's
okay, let's do a little math.
Years?
Let's do a little math.
300 days in a year.
I think I forgot how long they said it was, but it was a few amount of years. I think it was all
27 years.
God damn.
You also have to think, 70s, 80s, early 90s, there was no women's competition. Because as I've talked about in the past, the women's division through the territory years, it was a feature spot. Every show didn't have women on the card. It was like your major show at the big arena. Okay, let's call Moolah. Moolah's gonna call somebody for being an opponent. That was the women's division for the entire country, because you've got 12, 15 different companies running wrestling through the 70s and 80s, and Moolah was the go-to woman for if you need a big match.
And that fucking sucks, because temporarily there was other women that was better than her.
Yeah. But
and
she just had the
she was not losing to you.
Yep.
Like the whole spider thing that happened with this chick. What was it? The Moolah put on a spider mask or something like that, and
oh yeah.
What was that woman? She quit wrestling after that happened.
Yeah, I always forget that situation.
Pinned her.
Yeah. Kelvin said, "Rest in peace to Shotzi Blackheart's tank." Yeah, they finally broke her tank.
I liked that tank. Look, I like that tank because her original little tank looked like some shit they got from fucking an abandoned Toys R Us. They just spray painted it in the back, and then it evolved to it digivolved into a better tank, and then they destroyed it. I said, "Oh man, all that hard work, damn."
Yeah, and
I liked that.
And Shotzi Blackheart lost to my wet dream, Tony Storm.
First of all, Tony Storm was always going to be the main goal.
Why is she so fucking thick though?
Bruh, I don't understand either. Like, there we go. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. Dark. This is the one time that Mars should have had a screen to flash over to just a random picture of her thighs and be like, "Yep, that's it."
Why is she so thick? It don't make no sense.
Bruh,
you ain't got the answers, man.
You
ain't got the answers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you ever seen a wrestling star when she first started? When she didn't have to wear the little stockings under her shorts?
Yeah, I've seen clips, yeah.
Bruh, let me tell you, she'd do a booty bump and hit bitches in the face and you just clap. And I was like, there's gonna be a GIF of this in about an hour. Like 2 minutes in, there's a GIF on Twitter. I was like, God damn, these niggas move fast as hell.
Here's Commissioner Kelvin with the facts. Moolah won the women's championship in 1956, finally lost it in 1984.
God damn. Between her and Bruno Sammartino, ain't nobody ever going to touch them two.
Yep.
Nobody's ever going to get it.
Also, Bob Backlund and Pedro Morales, nobody's getting to those numbers either, because they were both like over 1,000 days. And Hulk Hogan. All of them had over 1,000-day reigns.
Bro, like, who can even come close to that now in this era? Because
Brock had the Universal for 520 days, so that's the closest to the modern era.
But don't forget, CM Punk had it for 500 some days too.
Yeah, but they had Brock pass CM Punk before he lost it. So
I know, because like, don't forget, AJ had the longest one of the modern era, and then they let Nikki Bella just destroy that. And then what did she do? She left and got pregnant. I was like, what the fuck? What's the purpose of pinning on her?
Kelvin said, question, who's thicker, Tony Storm, Brandy Lauren, or Joey Janela's girlfriend? Who is Joey Janela's girlfriend?
Oh, boy. I got to find her Instagram and send that to you, because he found her somewhere in New Jersey. He found her in one of them dark places that you be like, yeah, I done never went to that town and seen that. She one of them hidden gems.
Secaucus?
Oh, shit.
I guess he found her in Secaucus.
Between Joey Janela's girlfriend and Terry Stone, they neck and neck, but Joey Janela girls got her about at least about 5%, bro. Like, Tony Storm got the hips and she got the little poke out, but Joey Janela girl got the hips. Her shit just poke out in the back too. It's like okay. Tony Storm is driving a Land Rover while Joey Janela girl is driving a G-Wagon.
Ah, I got you.
Yeah, boy. I don't know where he found her at, but let me tell you something. That I need pictures. I need somebody online got photos of her before he met her. I swear they do, and I'm gonna find those.
On the other portion of NXT, I think we talked about this last week, but it's still buzzing on the internet. The match between Walter and Dragunov. People are still talking about that match this week.
Dragunov chest looked molested. Bruh, your boy Jim Cornette talked about it.
Yes. Because that's what he wants wrestling to be. it's modern. It's the modern style wrestling, but it still has shades of the past, where it's physical, it's athletic. Nobody's hot dogging or winking at the crowd like, oh, this is how you do the move. I'm gonna let you know in on the insides of the business. So it's what Jim Cornette wants wrestling to be.
I feel like Jim Cornette watched that episode, grabbed his paper towel, turned the lights down low, got his bottle of Jorgens, and went to town from beginning to end.
Probably. He probably did.
Probably jizzed like 4 times and was like, yep, let me tell you, that's a 16-star match right there. We're never going to get one of those again. And I'm not going to lie, it was a good match, but what's Dragunov's chest, boy, that I understand. You got to take some hits, but fuck that. You're not leaving your handprint in my chest like I'm some bitch and you slapping her ass. That's not happening.
That's how I slapped Tony Storm's ass.
I would probably destroy that with slapping that, but it won't be with my hands.
That's cool.
Well, hands first and then other things.
Nah, hands might be second. That's me giving her a good game and getting up and go take a shower. What else happened on NXT? Why do I feel like I'm missing something that happened up there?
No, because this week's NXT was a lot of promo. I think it was only 3 matches, maybe 4. Because we talked about Ember Moon and Dakota Kai. We talked about Kushida, Cameron Grimes, and then we talked about Blackheart and Tony Storm. Oh, Velveteen's Dream and Ciampa was the main event. Yeah, it was only 4 matches this week.
What was that outfit that Ciampa had on? Like, he missed the memo for Halloween?
Yeah, I guess because he wasn't on last week. I guess he wore his Halloween costume this week.
I ain't gonna lie. Should have looked kind of dope. Kind of wish I was in 2K19. Go in there and change my character around a little bit. Never touching 20. 20, yo, I'm gonna send you a picture so you can post on the Ultra Heelz podcast, Instagram. You gotta go ahead and follow that, please. Go ahead and get that a like.
Yes.
I'm gonna see a picture of what my shit look like. It is literally pushed to the side of my cabinet that you don't even notice is there, and when you move it, it got dust on it.
Nice.
It looked like I didn't have it. It looked like I didn't had it since like 2018.
Here's the Jim Cornette.
And I can't take it to GameStop.
Here's a Jim Cornette quote about Walter. Just saw Walter versus Dragunov from NXT UK. If you've been wondering, this is what pro wrestling could have evolved into had it not been commandeered by comedy writers and backyard cosplayers. A masterpiece of true artwork a masterpiece of the true art of worked combat. Kudos to both guys.
Now, I'm with him on that with the comedy writers and shit like that. But the backyard wrestler guys, come on now. You got to think about it. Most of the big name guys technically was backyard wrestler guys before they became big name household names.
I think he's talking more about the Orange Cassidys and Joey Janela's of the world because everybody else.
Like I said, you still got to think about it. But look, you still got to think about it. But don't forget, what do you call it? What was his name?
Kevin Owens.
Who? No, not Kevin Owens.
Okay.
No, but he was on Lucha. No, he's on Lucha Underground. And he was a short dude with the long beard.
Not sure. But I can't
remember his name.
But I was going to say Kevin Owens because
in backyard wrestling.
Because
I'm about to say no, but no, go ahead.
I was going to say Kevin Owens because he came from the backyard wrestling world. He went to CZW, PWG. He has a background in death matches and whatnot. So he went to ROH. He was trained by Jim Cornette. Well, he wasn't trained, but Jim Cornette was booking while Kevin Steen was there. So he's worked with him. So he knows Kevin Owens can actually wrestle. But Jim Cornette's more mad at the people like Orange Cassidy and Joey Janela who just make embarrassments of the wrestling business, in his opinion.
And I get it, but he also got to come to terms with. Before anybody knew what the business was like, it was easy to kayfabe. Now that you have the internet, people see you out in the streets, people know your business. It's no longer can be evolved into that. Because, think about it. People see Walter. People know Walter. Mm-hmm. People know Dragunov. They can go around and tell their business through Instagram, through Twitter, It don't matter. But the fact they get in the ring and still can wrestle is what was supposed to impress wrestling fans. James Cornette should just be happy that we're having this kind of wrestling and not that ECW shit with the zombie and the vampire showing up getting beat up by fucking real wrestlers for the fuck of it.
Kelvin said,
"Oh, there you go.
Yeah, Son of Havoc.
Yeah, Matt Cross.
Yeah,
Matt Cross in Backyard Wrestling was M-Dog 20.
Mm-hmm.
He came Backyard Wrestling. This dude is one of the best little next high flyers, next like ever born in them to me. And he got learned all his craft from being in the backyard wrestling on fucking dirt.
Mm-hmm.
Now you get him in a ring with anybody that's a legend, they praise him on the shit that he can do. Like, not everybody needs to be a full-fledged, oh, I'm an athlete, maybe I can go try wrestling. No, some motherfuckers do backyard wrestling are the diehard fans. Like, look at Mick Foley.
Yep.
The motherfucker went from jumping off his roof of his house to being a WWE champion to being a Hall of Famer. Nobody would ever think this man would have made it that damn far.
And people always forget.
Half his body.
People always forget Mick Foley spent 15 years in, the territories from the late 80s, early 90s, going to Japan, because he's worked in the Memphis territory. He worked for Mid-South. He worked for Jim Crockett. He worked for Deep South in Florida. He worked in WCCW in Texas. And like I said, he went to New Japan. He went to All Japan. He worked everywhere before he showed up in WCW as Cactus Jack. So he had a lifetime experience already before he, came to his final character for TV.
Yeah. Like, I don't think people realize that ECW, WCW, WWF early years to the revamps of all versions of WWF, so they dropped the E, when they got the F out. I don't know why I still love that saying. That was probably the best
that was the best marketing ploy for something so stupid. Get the F out.
It was. Yeah, we're at WWE. We had to get the F out. I was like, yeah, you know what? That whoever thought of that was a genius. They should have got a raise, and I bet you Vince probably fired them after they started making money.
Most likely. Over on the other half of the Wednesday Night Wars, they were preparing for Full Gear, which is this Saturday night, tomorrow night. I won't be watching it live because I'm going to illegally download it Sunday morning. Anyway, here's our matches. We got Adam.
Is it illegal? Look, is it illegal? Because everything is legal now on the internet.
There's still some gray area. Tracing IP addresses and whatnot.
I'm about to say, you talking about the Jeffrey Epstein type of stuff. Got it. Get it.
Yeah. The black web, as they call it. Our match, we have Adam Page versus Kenny Omega to be number one contender for the AEW World Championship for the winner of the match between Jon Moxley and Eddie Kingston, which is now an I Quit match.
Bruh, who was it that praised Eddie Kingston for his promo he did against? Oh
yeah, he had a hell of a promo too this week. As a matter of fact, Eddie Kingston has had awesome promos the entire time.
Wait. What was the thing he said? He said, I gotta take that belt off you. Go home, give it to my mom, and tell her this is the reason why you don't have grandkids.
Yep.
This is the reason why you don't have a daughter-in-law. This is the reason why you won't never see nothing else, because this is the only thing that means the world to me. I said, God damn, this motherfucker made me feel like I want him to win now.
Yeah,
Shit.
yeah. I believe everything this man says. Everything that comes out of his mouth is passionate. It makes you personally involved with what's going on.
Like you can't help but want to see him wrestle at this point now, because the way he talks, you want to see if he can back it up now at this point.
Yeah, and like I said, it's now an
group they were in Impact Wrestling for that short period of time.
Mm-hmm. And like I said, it's now an I Quit match. So which one of them is going to give up? Because like I said, they both have that background where they're not giving up. They'd rather die than give up.
I don't know. I feel like it's going to happen? I feel like they're going to fight this out to the point of no return and to the point that they both either just end up in a draw and we get another one down the road, or somebody interfere that don't need to because they don't know how to give a direct ending for this match to make either one of them look good or bad at this point.
Yeah, I definitely feel the time limit draw on this one. So, but regardless, somehow Moxley's going to win. I just feel like Moxley's going to win regardless. However they get to it, Moxley will win.
They're going to find a way.
And I'm going to say Kenny Omega beats Adam Page.
I kind of want him to.
Because I feel like that will finally be what turns Adam Page heel. Although I feel like they want to turn Kenny heel instead. But I don't know. It just doesn't make sense for him to be the one to turn heel.
Yeah, I don't know who I would want to be heel at this point right now. I'm kind of like 50-50 with a lot of this shit.
Then we have Cody Rhodes versus Darby Allin for the TNT Championship. And Cody also cut a hell of a promo after his match this week. He put Darby Allin over. He was saying, "I'm the one that went out, found you. The rest of the EVPs were not interested in you. They thought you couldn't cut it. I vouched for you. I was the one that got in the ring, put on matches with you, made you look like a superstar. But this is the end of the road. You're not winning my title. And so we will see what happens this Saturday."
Yeah, he said this belt is hell for aces and you're not an ace.
Yeah.
I said, damn, Cody, why you got to hit below the belt like that? I think Cody trying to shoot for a shot to be that one white guy.
But I think Darby Allin was going to win this because, like Cody was saying, they've had 3-4 banger matches already, but Cody's won all of them. So this is what will finally get Darby over the hump. So he's going to win the big one to say.
I'm hoping he does. I'm really hoping he does. I like him. Like I like him as a person. I like him as a wrestler because he just gives me something new to feel about new people coming into wrestling. Like the man is like Jeff Hardy when he first showed up. He's willing to put his life on the line to try to put on a good match for the fans, and he realizes that this is something that he wants to do. This is something that he needs to do, and it's something that he feel like he's going to die doing. Like it's rare to find wrestlers to be like, I'll die for this. Literally, like the only ones we had left are either technically at this point now or have passed away, or they're at an age that they're so that they can't wrestle no more, but they still show up like the Rock and Roll Express. I feel like he's going to be one of them guys. Like, to be honest, I feel like the way that Cody and them was trying to put him on and put him at the top of a pedestal. Eventually, WWE's going to want to have him just for the fuck of it, just to take him away from them.
I can see that.
Because at this point right now, what WWE picked up that guy from the Indies that AEW was going to get. So apparently, remember Anthony Bowens, the guy that we saw at first match with the Green Ranger little thing.
Yeah.
Apparently, NXT wanted him back, and AEW picked up him and his tag team partner.
Oh, word.
Yeah, they picked him up recently, and WWE is kind of like pissed because they really wanted him back. But I was like, he hasn't been back since he got powerbombed into a concussion when AOP just came out on NXT.
Oh, yeah.
How long ago was that?
That's like 3-4 years ago now.
Bro, he hasn't been back on TV since with WWE. They haven't called him for anything. He's been wrestling Pro Wrestling Magic, Ace Wrestling. He's been all the place around New Jersey, PA, and all that junk.
Yeah.
Wrestled New Japan. The only place he never touched really was Lucha Underground and fucking Impact. He wrestled everywhere else, and now AEW picked him up, and now WWE is pissed because they wanted him back. Why you wait 3 years? Like you did with Drew. You let Drew go for how long? And then also you wanted him back once he started picking up steam on the indie circuit?
And doing steroids.
You know, hey, look, we don't talk about that. You know, he do them the right way. He shoot them between the toe.
That's also the right way to do heroin, but you didn't hear that from me.
Why Bar had to hit that bell so many times?
I've seen some things, man.
Allegedly. I have no personal experience. Allegedly. Also, go ahead.
Look, did you also hear about the trademarking for WWE? What they let go finally?
Cody might get his name back, right?
I actually heard
he
that
can finally
Cody
get
did
his
get
name
his
back.
name back 100% now.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm still so surprised because isn't that his real name?
No, his last name is Runnels.
Really?
Yeah. Dustin Runnels, Terry Runnels, Cody Runnels.
Yeah. Let's not say that because he sounds like one of them niggas you would beat up in high school.
Yeah, their family name is Runnels, not Rhodes.
Yeah, if I was him, I'd change that so WWE can never try to do that shit again.
Yeah.
Be like Ultimate Warrior, no Warrior in your name, and then they can't take it.
Yeah. Then we have FTR versus the Young Bucks for the AEW Tag Team Championship. And if the Young Bucks lose, they will never be allowed to challenge for the Tag Team Championship again. And Tully is banned from ringside.
Nick Jackson is injured for real.
Is he?
Yeah, he has a legit knee injury.
But is he? Or is this one of those faked worked shoots that they did the last time where they said Matt Jackson was injured for like a year, which was actually a work. He was injured at first, but then he just sold it for like an entire year.
Yeah, I remember that, but no, he's legit going through a real injury with his knee for real.
Okay.
It was posted, I think, sometime yesterday on one Instagram page on news. They posted a whole full thing down there. It was like people think it's a work, but legit, he has a legit real injury that he went to the hospital for. And it was like they don't know if it's a serious injury or a minor one. They was like, but he has a legit injury. They was like, now they don't know if they gonna try to work it as a story. It was like, but they said there's a picture of him leaving the hospital with leaving there with a leg brace on and some crutches.
Okay.
So he might be injured for real, and that might cause them to like go into that losing it and not getting it for a while. For real.
No,
I don't think he can perform at 100%.
Here's the thing. I see something weird happening, and I feel like the Young Bucks win by DQ, which is going to be a big deal because there's only been 2 DQ finishes in the first year of AEW. So them using a DQ finish will mean something. Like, for example, Tully's banned from ringside. I feel like Tully just randomly pops up in the match to help them, and that gives the Young Bucks a win by DQ.
That would make more sense.
Kelvin said, what if Drew McIntyre goes to NXT UK to have a match with Walter?
First of all, that's what they wanted when he was in regular NXT before he fucked his arm up and then got drafted to the main roster. That's what we wanted. We wanted him to fight Walter.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna tell you right now, a match I need to see: a fatal 4-way. Drew, Damian Priest, Keith Lee, Walter.
Shit.
You know how many chops you're going to hear in that damn arena? That shit could be at the Staples Center in New York. You can hear them chops in the bathroom. You be like, damn, what the hell was that chop noise I just heard from the stove? The fuck? Sound like somebody got slapped next to me.
We also have the Elite Deletion with Matt Hardy and Sammy Guevara. Lord knows.
I like the fact that Matt Hardy's still at AEW and he's not in the limelight like WWE would try to put him in all the time. He just sits back and just comes in when they need him really, and then he just sits back and help out the rest of the wrestlers in the back.
So is this going to be another Hardy compound match? Is that what they're doing?
I feel like it. Why not? Why not have another one?
Okay.
We had one in Impact. We had one in WWE. Why not AEW? Why not hit all 3 at this point?
Actually, I think they had like 3 in Impact, but you know.
They total nonstop deletion 1. No, they had 2.
It was delete.
Yeah, they had two.
No, because there was also delete or decay. Everybody forgets about that one.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that one.
Because the one against decay, it was delete or decay. Then we have Hikaru Shida versus Nyla Rose in a rematch from several months ago when Nyla Rose lost the title to Hikaru Shida. We have Chris Jericho versus MJF. If MJF wins, he's allowed to join the Inner Circle. And that coming off of this week's episode of Dynamite where Chris Jericho told him he had no heart. He wasn't a tough guy. And then MJF decides to just jump Chris Jericho after his match.
That's when Chris Jericho got up and got that little weird smile in his face.
Yeah, because Chris Jericho did commentary this week. So after MJF's match, he walked over to the commentary table and he speared Chris Jericho through the backdrop.
Oh, did you also see Jagger Swagger's face from after his little fight?
Oh yes,
he came out there with still that nice black, real black eye and the scar on his eye.
Yes,
I said, hey man, look, at least he showed he can fight in a real ring, but lose to small motherfuckers on national television.
Yeah, because only Jake Hager will be undefeated in legitimate fighting, MMA, Bellator, and then lose or struggle to beat Orange Cassidy, Joey Janela, who else? Marco Stunt. But you don't see Brock Lesnar. You don't see Brock Lesnar struggling with the Ricochet.
He should have though. He should have because Ricochet was just faster. He should have just struggled a tad bit. That motherfucker went in there and beat him like a teenage brother beating up his little brother for touching some shit in his room.
Kelvin said Dusty Rhodes' real first name is Virgil.
Yeah, let's go with Dusty. Let's not ever call him that. That shit sound weird.
Salute to Timmy probably in the chat. And then Kelvin.
Oh yeah.
And then Kelvin said, "What about McIntyre versus Cesaro versus Walter?"
Oh my God, you know what? That would be a match of the strengths. But I really just want to see Cesaro face somebody that we would never think for him to face. I want to see Cesaro really go against Brock.
Yeah. Wait.
I just really want to see that.
Wait, it's coming to me. It's coming to me. Hold on.
Look.
Go ahead. But I'm thinking. Go ahead. I'm thinking.
I would say the only reason I want to see is because when we had the Royal Rumble, when he ran in there and started hitting Brock, I was like, oh my God, that Brock is pure strength but no speed. But Cesaro is also pure strength but with the speed. I would just love to see that match because I feel like that would be one of Brock's longest matches since he's been back.
Mm-hmm. How about Cesaro and Timothy Thatcher?
Let me tell you, all I can hear is European uppercuts from here to the UK.
Or Cesaro versus Dijakovic. Or Slapjack, T-Bar, whatever the fuck his name is now.
That would sound a lot better. That way, you know what? That sound more entertaining. But you know who I feel like would give Cesaro the match of his life that would go down WWE history?
Uh-huh.
Cesaro versus Damian Priest.
Yeah.
Because they both have the same amount of speed, the same amount of strength. It's just Damian Priest is just a tad bit taller.
Yeah.
I feel like if you put them two in a random match, I don't know. Let's just say, fuck it, an Iron Man match for 30 minutes.
Oh Jesus.
I feel like they will work magic for fucking 30 minutes straight without having a problem. Because I ain't gonna lie, Damian Priest done it once before in ROH. He did like almost a 36-7 match without non-stop. He did was like not many times he did not move unless he was on the ground selling something. And so we know Cesaro can, run around the ring, the European uppercut, step on people's stomachs, throw you into the crowd like he did what do you call them, Street Profits. He can do all the shit.
Timmy probably agreed with you. He wants Cesaro versus Brock.
Oh my God, I'm telling you, it would be the best thing ever. Can you imagine if Brock will go to hit the F5 and Cesaro drops down and catch him and give him the big swing just for the fuck of it?
Oh yeah, that'd be crazy, yeah.
The fucking crowd will fucking lose their mind.
Kelvin said Cesaro versus Ciampa.
Oh my God. We have too many matches. You know what?
But that's the thing. Cesaro is so underrated. He's so versatile. He can do everything. He can make anyone look good. So he's just so underutilized.
Bruh, he's WWE. Like technically, what Murphy goes by is the best kept secret. Cesaro has literally been their secret has been out in the open forever.
Yeah, well, look,
Cesaro is the side chick that goes out in public and sees you with your girl and winks and keep it moving.
Facts. Well, remember, like, end of last year, early this year, prior to the pandemic, anytime they wanted to, like, build somebody to, like, move them up the card, they'd give them a match with Cesaro. That was your test. If you can't have a good match with Cesaro, you can't wrestle.
And it's true.
Well, also
Cesaro can't make you
Dolph
look good in the
Ziggler.
ring. You don't deserve to be in the ring.
Or Dolph Ziggler. That's the other person. If you can't have a good match with Dolph Ziggler, that's on you. That's not Dolph's fault.
Dolph will start anything. You could throw a paperclip at Dolph. You could throw a paperclip at Ziggler, and he will do a backflip like he got hit with an ultimate clothesline.
Yeah. Let's finish out this card. Orange Cassidy versus John Silver. I don't know why. And then we have Serena Deeb versus Allison Kay for the NWA Women's Championship. And that will take place on the pre-show.
Now, I have heard a couple female wrestling fans talk about why is the NWA title being displayed on AEW so much and they're not worried about their women's division. My thing is, why the fuck not?
Bingo.
At this point right now, AEW is going around snatching up wrestlers from everywhere to get them a paycheck because none of their other places are open to really have them wrestle. Why are you mad that they're defending their title against anybody else? That's like Moolah facing anybody anywhere for her belt. Nobody wrestled under the federation she was at. She was still facing random people to win the belt, and they won it.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like the women version of AEW could be a little bit better.
Yeah,
they got a roster, but I feel like it could just be a tad bit better if they just add the right people and get them the right, not the right vision, but the right like guidance.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like they need one female from another place. I don't know, Medusa.
Mm-hmm.
Why not? Why, like she already been there before. Why not just sit down and talk to her? Let her run the women's division. She see fit, and let them get them some time.
Okay, not to shit on their women's division today. I'll put it this way: I feel like all the women that they signed from the jump, everybody was a project. They didn't have anybody that was ready to be like the top billing woman of a promotion. Everybody's a project. Penelope Ford, Chris Statlander, Britt Baker. Everybody's a project. Even Nyla Rose is a project. She wasn't perfectly ready to be in the spotlight as the woman of the company. But
no, like I said, I understand where you come from, and I get it. But you don't know who can be the face of the company until you make somebody be the face of the company. Like, to be honest, do you ever think John Cena was going to be the face of the company when he first showed up?
No, not until he got into the United States title run that he had. That's when it really showed that he can be the guy.
Yeah, but don't forget, before that, when he was John Cena slapping Kurt Angle and going around doing everything else, he was still putting on the same matches he put on now that people were like, oh, this is a great match. Before he was even being the workhorse he was. Mm-hmm. But somebody got to see something in you to be behind you. They're not giving the women none of that time. Like, nothing. They giving them matches here and there. They're letting them win. And you don't see them again for like the next 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm. George F. just showed up in the chat. He said, I'm late, but what's up, fellas? Tim probably said their women's division needs help. They need more Thunder Rosa types. And that's exactly what they got. You now have Serena Deeb as well. You have Eva Lise, all people who have like years of experience in the wrestling. More veteran types.
But this is the thing. Even with the veterans, you're not going to really put them in the top spot. Like, I ain't gonna lie, for AEW to be brand new, if they want to get their women division to be where it's at, you put either one of them in the top spot and make them face somebody brand new, and then make them put that person that's brand new on a pedestal to at least be like, okay, maybe I need to watch this a little bit more. Maybe I need to see who this is and see what they're about. Mm-hmm. Like how NXT do it. when NXT women convention came and we had the 4 horsewomen, as soon as they appeared, what was the first thing they did? They went and got a veteran to come to fight the new person. Once that veteran either won or lost, all the talk was about was who was this new person that fought this person, and then it just led off to them being all of a sudden a big star in NXT. Like it's like social media. You need that follow. You need to follow that little push to get them people out there. But AEW's not doing it. Like, you got a lot of women that can be talented, and they probably are, but you're not giving them no real time to really shine and get them a talent. You basically, your tag team division getting more shine than they are. That's still saying a lot.
Mm-hmm. Just to quickly gloss over Raw and SmackDown. Randy Orton is now being stalked by 3 different people. He's got The Fiend, he's got Mr. Money in the Bank, The Miz, and former WWE Champion Drew McIntyre is still coming for him.
I'm enjoying this because now this is the first time Randy got to really watch his back. He got no alliance.
The Viper is now the prey, not the predator.
And I'm okay with this because The Fiend never forgets. And I'm like, yeah, that was going to eventually pop back up sooner or later. Mm-hmm. But then Drew is like, only person he's facing is me. And now you got The Miz running around the Money in the Bank. And I'm like, yeah, Randy hit the biggest target on his back before the year is over.
Yep. Over on SmackDown, Jey Uso, he finally pledged his allegiance to the Tribal Chief. And he bowed down to Roman Reigns. He said, "You got it, Us." Oh, I never turned my phone off today. Good thing nobody texted me all show. Yeah, so we now have Jey Uso on the side of the Tribal Chief Roman Reigns.
I'm gonna tell you right now, though, we already called this. We called this years ago.
Yeah.
We called this when we was other podcasts.
Yep.
This is going to happen.
Yep.
We've seen the future.
Yep.
We know the future.
Yep.
Now, what can go past this point now with them? Because WWE, if you're not the Shield, you're not Evolution, you're not DX, you don't last long as a faction in WWE.
Right. Well, yeah, they just broke up New Day, and we kept saying they're not going to break them up, but they broke them up.
And it's still so stupid because Daniel Bryan's the reason that shit. But I'm not going to get into that because that's going to be a whole nother rant for next week.
Yeah. Also, Aalyah Mysterio finally pledged her love to Murphy, and Ray and Dominic not having it.
Dude, the internet is not having it, bro. People are pissed. They at WWE. Why the hell you let this happen? Why is she even on television? Why would you let this even evolve? I'm like, bro, at this point now, like, I'm taking this more serious than they are.
Do you recall back to when Aalyah first appeared on TV? I said that they're going to a love angle, and I sent you a comments on our Instagram. Some random chick was like, "Oh, you're sexist. You just because some girl shows being nice to a guy doesn't mean they're gonna be in love." Fuck you, whoever you are out there. Fuck you. I was right. You were wrong. Fuck you.
You were.
Was
also
right.
Before we go, so you understand that WWE is bringing back Undertaker one more time for Survivor Series to cap his 30th anniversary as wrestling, right?
Yeah, allegedly he's not wrestling. It's just an appearance. Allegedly.
But did you see what they released on WWE.com?
They're releasing a whole bunch of shit of him this month. It's hard to keep up.
Dude, they released a WWE Undertaker old school Eagle belt from in the early Attitude Era belt for him. That is going for $1,000.
Gee, isn't that how much the Fiend belt was?
The Fiend belt was $3.
Oh, pardon me. Pardon the fuck out of me.
What more do you want from me?
The Fiend belt was $3,000 for the simple fact that it wasn't already mass produced. If you paid for it, they made it.
Yeah.
So they wasn't going to make a whole bunch of them and have them sit aside. But Undertaker's starts at $1,000, and you can buy it. You can buy it at any given time. But the belt comes in like a white casket, and they decked it out a little bit to look like for Undertaker, but it looks like the original WWE belt before the Attitude Circle belt.
Yeah. Yeah. Kelvin's reading my mind. I was going to bring that up. Kylie Ray, and who was last working at Impact, she's not retired from wrestling.
Dude, she was a no-show for the
Bound for Glory. She was supposed to be in one of the matches. Yeah,
she was a no-show.
Yep.
She was a no-show, and then she announced she was retired. And I was like, what the fuck? Like, to be honest, Britt Baker and her was the reason why the women's division AEW was going to get started. It was going to fall around them two.
Yep. Yes,
They
it was.
fucked it up as usual.
And she left. Didn't she also quit NXT like 2 years ago?
Yeah, she just other like NXT. Like they invited her there. She signed on. She was there, and then she wanted out of her contract. I don't really think she knows what she really want to do with herself.
No.
Like she don't want to be a wrestler.
Yeah, because
she get called back into being a wrestler. She don't want to be it no more.
You quit the 3 biggest promotions, so I guess she just really doesn't want to wrestle.
Like at this point now, I'm just hoping that she don't randomly show up on a taping of Impact Wrestling or fucking AEW for a commentary thing and then end up wrestling again, because then we all gonna know how it's gonna last.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be like 3 or 4 months of her just wrestling probably 3-5 times, and she's gonna quit again. Hell, she quit more than fucking Batista did.
But she didn't retire more times than Terry Funk.
That was a whole different ball game. That man's on a whole different level.
He must have retired like 20-something times.
That man retired so much to the
90s,
point now.
In the 90s.
Look, he retired so much now. If he said if he was alive now and said he would retire, we'd be like, man, we'll see you next week. Shut the hell up.
Yeah. Oh, and finally, Lana's been put through another announce table.
But I did call it from a while back. When we were talking about this, I was like, why they treat her like MVP and make her lose? They're pushing her to be a face and be a big face. So they're going to keep doing sympathy shit like that to her to make people feel bad for her to see her win.
Yeah. It's 8:00. You got anything else before we leave?
The only thing I can think of is Brock Lesnar and his managed beautiful biker goatee now that he got. It looks weird.
The beard.
That shit
the
looks
beard.
weird. I don't like it.
Yeah,
I don't like it.
No, I love it. I love it.
Look, I don't like it because I watch too much Unsolved Mystery. He look like he probably stole somebody and they on his compound and you'll never see that body.
Is that a problem?
Kinda a problem? Because, I like Brock, but I want to see the story behind the body getting taken. I want to know, did he grab them up or did he F5 them onto the concrete and drag them to the back?
Oh, man. All right, let's get out of here. Go get Bravery Studio merch. Go get Fresh Affiliated merch.
Bravery up.
I've been Darth Messiah. Darth Side Saber, always on his behavior. You, sir?
I've been asking motherfucking him.
Good night, Nolly Marv.
Peace out, guys. Rah.
We out.